Many students like to target the summer after their sophomore year to take the official test and hopefully hit their target score. Let's talk a little bit about timelines. So I've been emphasizing you need to go ahead and set a baseline score, this month, ideally. Once you've got that, you can start to think about what does my timeline need to look like in order for my student to hit their target score. So really it's about, what's the difference between the baseline score that I've established and the target score based on the 75th percentile admission for the school that I'm looking at. And that's essentially going to determine how much work you're going to need to do. If you're pretty close, if the baseline is, for example, a 1350 and the school is looking for a 1450, 100 points of improvement, very, very realistic. Probably don't need to do more than 2 or 3 months of prep prior to your test date. On the other hand, if you've got maybe a 1300, you're looking for a 1550, 250 points is definitely possible, but it's a pretty significant amount of improvement. For a student like that, I'd probably be recommending 6 months of practice prior to them taking the official exam. So somebody asked, where can we get the 75th percentile score of the colleges? Generally from the college website. If you type in, into Google, name of college, 75th percentile SAT, you're probably going to get it on the first hit. Not every school is going to be as forthcoming, but most of them are. And for those that aren't, please feel free to reach out to me and I'll help you track it down. So in grade 8 and grade 9, I hope your student has been doing a great job at building their academic habits, their extracurriculars, etc. Not a lot of test prep is needed in either of those grades. So in grade 10, as I've been saying, first step, take full-length SAT and ACT diagnostics, get your baseline score, and decide which of the tests you are going to focus on. And then sometime in your sophomore year, you probably want to start targeted prep. And let's talk a little bit about what makes sense for test dates. There's a couple of different schools of thought about when your student should plan to take their official test for the first time. Many students like to target the summer after their sophomore year to take the official test and hopefully hit their target score. And this is a good strategy because it means you can spend all of your junior year focused on the things that are really important in junior year, your extracurriculars, your academics, any AP or IB courses that you might be taking. But it is also putting more stress on the student when they are a little younger and a little less wise. As just a sort of natural fact of the universe, the later the student tends to take their test, the better they're going to do because they're a little bit older, they're a little bit more mature, they've learned a little bit more. But even so, a lot of juniors, if they want to take it during their junior year, they're going to try and target maybe the winter, like the December exam is a very popular choice as well. You're going to be doing test prep during your junior year, but you take it in December, you've got the whole spring semester to focus on those other things. Finally, the third school of thought is to take it, near the end of your junior year or the summer after your junior year. Now, the advantage here, particularly if you're doing it in the summer, is you can get the junior year out of the way, but you're not giving yourself a ton of room for error there. If you take it in the summer after your junior year, you only have a couple of chances to retake it to improve your score if you need to. The latest that you can take the tests and still, be okay for any early decision or early action deadlines is generally October. And so, if you're a rising senior and you don't have the score you need by August, you're really up against it. So I do generally recommend that students try to target a little bit earlier in the cycle if possible.